another episode of Space Marine Shore to Shore with
Art Tracer.
Art Tracer. This is also Space Marine Coast to Coast and Coastline to Coastline and Planet to Planet. And we're live to you in the middle of space.
See the shining sea.
So if you're tuning in, we have a lot to talk about tonight. We've already covered aliens and DMT in our previous episode about 10 minutes ago. We're going to talk about the Tonga eruption, even though it's not even in the title. So people looking for info on the Tonga eruption will probably not even find this, but at least it's somewhere. So basically, it was a massive volcanic eruption, like more than all the nuclear bombs put together or something. And it's put huge amounts of ash into the sky to the point that the ash and sulfur dioxide spread across the entire world. In fact, the sunsets have been quite spectacular since the eruption happened all across here, even in Florida. So basically, it's causing the world to cool. And they immediately, the media was like, no, it's not enough volcanic ash to cool anything. Don't worry, we'll stop global warming. They were so quick to say that because it defeats the entire global warming paradigm. And that, it was the biggest volcanic eruption in
decades.
Yeah, like in our lifetime and our parents' lifetime, like the biggest. And it sent, like, they were saying like Mount Tambora was like so powerful, or Mount Pinatubo or something. Oh, it sent you could hear the sound like 1,000 or 2,000 miles away. They heard the sound 7,000 miles away in like Alaska. Actual sounds of the eruption and banging. And it was like stuff was falling off fridges and stuff in Alaska. It was by far an extremely powerful global scale catastrophic eruption. And it definitely is cooling the planet. Here in Florida, like within about a few weeks after the eruption, right on time, right when the sunset started getting all colorful because of the eruption here, we had like a massive like freeze event down here, like in the South Florida. And, so what are your thoughts, Art Tracer?
Yeah, I mean, we could have a mini ice age coming back to us, with this. And if that happens, then they'll be like, oh, man did it. Man made it global cooling because of global warming. And then it's like, they're just like,
yeah, like
shrug your shoulders, like, okay, right.
Yeah, like they always claim the right. Like they have in these sort of things, like if there's global warming, like yes, we were right. There's global warming. If there's global cooling, like oh, we defeated the global warming. All these billions and trillions of dollars we spent on carbon credits and bullshit, it worked. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of like the Ukraine invasion. We were just talking about that. Like if Russia invades the Ukraine, they're gonna be like, oh, we told you. And if they don't, like, oh, our efforts worked. We saved the day. So there's always like two sides that they have played. So I'm talking about like geopolitics. Whoever's in charge of this, I guess the shadow government. I'll probably get banned just for saying that. Shadow government. But remember, this is like a movie where actors. None of this is real. You might not even be watching this. Yes. It's a figment of your imagination.
Yep.
I don't know, you guys can hear the sound in the background. That's our co-hosts, the frogs and the crickets.
Yeah.
That's our audience, and we're happy with that. So if we even get one viewer on top of the frogs and the crickets, we're ecstatic. But I'm already very happy. No one needs to watch this, and I'm satisfied. What are your thoughts, Art Tracer?
On the frogs, I guess, they used to be more abundant in South Florida. And then they started draining more of the Everglades.
Well, we got some abundant frogs here.
Yeah, because we're next to an abandoned golf course.
Yeah, that's one of the greatest things of COVID. The golf courses got abandoned, and now they're like parks.
Yeah, but now all the life of, I haven't seen any alligators down there, but I'm sure they're down there somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you guys ever want any advice, what they tell us in school, if you encounter an alligator, is to run in zigzags. If they chase you, if they don't chase you, just walk by calmly. In fact, when we were in, it was like almost like elementary school or like first grade. They walked us by a bunch of crocodiles in the Everglades. Like all these little kids walking by all these huge black crocodiles. It was stupid. It was totally nuts. And yeah, but yeah, so you're not supposed to run unless they chase you. If they chase you, run in zigzags because they can only see straight forward like a T-Rex or something.
Yeah, playing golf, I've seen them all the time. Like 6-7 feet.
Yeah, they don't mess with you.
They just like walk in front of you. They like sometimes they'll get used to people and they won't usually won't attack you. I guess they realize that there's lots of us here. But when they do, they easily find them and destroy them. And that's how that goes with the alligators.
All right, guys, it's time for a special segment of our show, the Fireside Chat. This is the Fireside Chat. Who did that? Franklin Delano Roosevelt? Or I don't know. Someone did the Fireside Chats. We got the fire. All right, so you got any topics?
Let's see.
Fireside Chat.
What are the new topics here? The truckers do anything different?
Well, Canada's arresting them all.
Oh, is that what they're doing now?
And I think the ones they were trying to invade the Super Bowl, and maybe that's why they banned our list because we talk about the truckers so much.
Yeah,
but yeah, they're. By the way, there's no freedom of speech anymore, and it's very depressing. People should be able to talk about whatever they want on the internet, and the powers that be shouldn't be so worried that my battery's low. This happened on the last episode too. Okay. Well, we'll just play it till it burns out.
Yep.
It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, it says low battery.
So yeah, I think they arrested the In fact, the bag behind you is the coordinate if you want to get it. No, all the way behind you. It's on the floor behind you. Black bag. Yeah, so I think they did invade the Super Bowl, the truckers. And they probably that's the iPhone cord. Just give me the whole bag or something. I don't know.
Here's the bag.
The bag. I'm sorry, guys. The show is so low tech. But we're working class people. We don't got time to put a bunch of GIFs and emojis and stuff to satisfy your ADD. So we have really good banter though. So what can I say? All right, now I gotta climb under my desk because this is the lowest tech show. And if you want to watch it, you want to watch it. If you don't, you don't. Either way, we're all living until we're not. God forbid, So all right, here's a Space Marine going to another dimension.
Stay tuned.
Technical difficulty. All right. So yeah, I wish we had more freedom of speech in the United States. We could talk about so much more. Isn't this a bad dream, the way it's become?
Yeah, it started with China developing COVID.
Oh man, we just got banned. That's it.
Sorry,
screwed.
I couldn't stop it.
Man, that's it. Okay. I want to consult my experts here on the side. See what we should do.
Banned. There's no way you can do a YouTube show. It's
yeah, man. There's too much freedom of speech.
As soon as Google bought YouTube,
dude, if the powers that be are scared of two guys sitting in an apartment with the lowest tech show, and they would even ban one of our episodes. The world has gone to pot, completely wasted and gone. We have a crumbly old president. He's such a piece of bullshit. Dude, he wasn't even elected. It's not. Oh, I just got banned again. Woo! All right. So, anyways, come on. Who would elect this guy? He's a wrinkly old piece of shit. Yeah, and he's our president. Look at what my shirt says. I gotta stand up for the camera. Obama can't ban these guns. Can't. And neither can Biden.
Well, they'll try, and then
I don't think maybe he's not even to blame because he's just so senile. He just basically signed over a blank check to the dark forces of the shadow government. He's just like a placeholder, so they have the presidency.
Did you see like
there's no way he's actually doing anything either. He's too old.
like recently, like he admitted that like a long time ago when he was a city councilman, he threw a dead dog on someone's porch, and he tried to like get the audience to clap at it and give him accolades for it. It's like
he threw a dead dog on the Chinese porch.
Like someone, like one of the constituents, because he was like, on like the city council, and they called him up and they're like, I got a dead dog on my lawn. I pay you taxes. Which is kind of crazy. For someone to expect the city councilman to like take out the dog, but I mean. But still, like he went to her house, he drove to her house, he grabbed the dog and he threw it on a doorstep. I mean, and this is what he admitted.
Should have took it to McDonald's like he used to be.
I'm loving it.
It's probably like Futurama where they're actually making out some sort of bug or something. Remember that? What was that slurm?
Oh yeah, when they
was
found
like
out
giant.
like bug juice.
Yeah, who the hell knows what's going on at McDonald's? I mean, they say it's 100% pure beef, but it might not be.
Yeah.
That's a good. I'll probably get banned for that too. We are so banned. You're probably not even watching this. No one's watching this.
Mm-hmm.
This show has been ended.
Yeah.
I'm gonna consult the experts again. The experts in the herbatorium.
It's Soylent Green.
What?
Soylent Green. That was the. I guess that was the parody that the Futurama was modeled after.
The experts are in.
Yeah.
And if the show doesn't get banned, this is COVID. Don't worry, guys. I took all the vaccines. I mixed the Pfizer vaccine with the Moderna, with the AstraZeneca, with the Chinese and the Russian vaccine. I mixed it all together. I heated it up on my spoon. Put it in a syringe, injected it into my jugular. So even though I have COVID all the time,
please take seven boosters a day.
Yeah,
WHO.
We will survive.
Wants you to take 27 vaccines every minute.
Yeah, let me check my email to see if we're banned yet. No, we're not banned yet.
Yeah,
no.
Their AI is now currently parsing through our words, and once they hear COVID, we're instantly banned. So
yeah,
this is gonna be our second strike.
Yeah, we can't post for a week, and then we'll be all eager to post again in a week, and then we'll accidentally talk about Biden's wrinkly face, and because it's hard to hold in your freedom of speech.
Mm-hmm.
It's not fair. Freedom of speech is the only thing that made America America, by the way, not democracy, not the dollar, not McDonald's, not Starbucks, not any of the presidents.
Whoever thought like you literally have to pay for speech? Like, yeah, you can do it, but you're basically going to pay for it.
You got to pay for it.
I mean, basically,
no, they don't even let you pay for it.
So basically, YouTube is paying to silence us. So
dude, we just got banned. That's it. We're done. All right. So if anyone ever sees this, I guess some. What are you saying?
I'm saying that.
No, don't say it. I forgot we're gonna get banned. All right, so we're trying not to get banned. So if you're a communist, Nazi, fascist piece of shit, and you're flagging our video, I hope you get banned.
Yeah.
Like up yours, man. Just wait till World War III. All the people are being repressed, but
I've talked to people that actually work for YouTube.
Dude, you should stop talking about YouTube's internal working. I'm trying to tell you.
They actually pay people to sit there and watch all sorts of everyone's videos, and
I don't think YouTube's the best conversation if we're trying to post on YouTube. Come on, Phil. I mean, oh shit, R Tracer. All right, so let's find another topic. Yeah, man. Once the people rebel, there's going to be a lot of pent-up freedom of speech. That's all I got to say. Right now, no one's seen the actual truth or what anyone's actually thinking. It's all carefully manipulated and censored and designed to distract you, confuse you, and make you stupid. this show might actually be on a higher level, and I guarantee it is. No matter how dumb we're being, how stupid we're trying to be, the show is on a much higher level of truth than all the news networks combined right now. Isn't that bullshit? You know, it's like they're paying like millions of dollars to journalists, and they have all these international connections, and they're bringing us a lower grade of stuff than this like stupid show in my room. You know, where I'm high as hell. Like I'm talking more truth than the news ever will, and that's how sad it's become. And I could be on a much higher level than this myself. We can go fully in to how I think if I went all the way though and explained everything I know about what's going on, like they just they would ban me. They probably already did ban me for even this low level. So yeah, what should we talk about, Art Tracer?
I guess I don't know which direction you want to go. I mean, are we gonna go for broke now that we're already banned?
We already went for broke, but let's not. We don't have to make it worse.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Twitter is like more freedom of speech because of Jack Dorsey. I support him.
Yeah.
So I noticed our Twitter videos are not getting deleted; they're getting liked and retweeted. People are viewing them. They're not getting. We're not getting stupid messages like, "Oh, you talked about like COVID and contradicted the WHO." I probably just got banned just for saying that because like their banning mechanism is probably so broad that they're using bots to ban people if they mention the word.
WHO.
Stop it, bro. Dude. Yeah.
I want to make sure that AI catches it. So.
All right, I'm gonna be the first one to invite. I'm gonna invite guests onto our show. So Adam Sandler, if you're seeing this, you can come on the show. Joe Rogan. I don't know. I think you would like overtake our show. Like we're like an amoeba, and you're like a whale.
He wants to come here and smoke a bowl with us.
It's all words as actors. None of this is real. All props. I'm not. This is prop nicotine.
Yeah.
Prop. So I probably got banned. Dude, the internet.
Like.
I mean, Twitter's probably streaming like.
Like 10 years ago, like we wouldn't have to worry about anything we're saying. It's like unbelievable that like we now like have to like. Oh, I can't believe I just said that. Now we're banned. It's like really.
Yeah, I mean, someone can make a very like an hour-long documentary on like the controversial topic and say the opposite of what the president's saying, and like they won't get banned; they'll get applause. You know, now it's like we're on such a low level right now. This society, it's unfixable. You know, it's totally unfixable. It's like people just have to like forget about it and pretend nothing's going on, and survive on their own.
I wish someone would come out with like a better platform where you could like be yourself and then
they can build it on the Bitcoin blockchain. I started building that. Yeah. I started building a decentralized social media on the Bitcoin blockchain back in the early days, like when people actually knew how to use the Bitcoin Core server. And I got pretty far, but I just wasn't being paid for it. So I was doing what I was being paid for, whatever activities that got me money instead of like building this crap. And honestly, even if I built it, like the anarchist crypto nature of the Bitcoin community, they probably wouldn't have gave me any money at all. Like they're so frugal, which means without an evil eye in Hebrew or Yiddish or something. So yeah, they probably would have be like, "Oh, you built such a great thing. I'm gonna like rip it off. I'm gonna copy your code. I'm not gonna give you $1, even if you begged." Yeah, so that's why I didn't continue building the decentralized farm. Even if I did, they would probably throw me in Alcatraz like that guy from Silk Road. Even if I built because if you build it, this is what I realized that during the process of building the decentralized farm, Art Tracer, I realized since it's decentralized farm, it'll probably become like an international drug marketplace or something. So I just stopped building it. I was like, there's no way this will end well if you actually do it right. Mm-hmm. If you make a place where people can talk freely, there's not just people like us, Art Tracer, that just want to talk about benevolent things and help people. There's people that want to hurt people, crazy. That's, by the way, you got to pray for the government according to the Torah. So I'm not praying for the government to get destroyed. I pray the government stays strong and helps people, because without it, all the insane maniacs would destroy everything. So yeah, that's why you can't really stuff, because it just becomes a cesspool, and then normal people won't even want to touch it, and then the government will delete it and arrest the founder. So that's the story, I guess so. That's why we can't have a decentralized thing where you can talk about whatever you want, because someone would immediately talk about something really bad. Art Tracer.
Yeah. There's some controls, but
government's important. I'm really glad, there's police and military, so there's not like murderers running around everywhere. I mean, there are a little bit, but it's not like, it's not like very common.
Yep.
So yeah, I thank the government and the police and the military for what they do. I'm proud. I was proud of what America used to be. I don't know if it's because I grew up. Maybe it's just because I grew up that it seems worse. What do you think, Art Tracer?
Yeah, well, yeah, there's always been some.
Well, kids are more ignorant and more idealistic. So you think everything's grand with America, especially because the schools teach you it is. But then once you learn everything later on, maybe it's always been like this. Maybe it's always been bad, even since 1800 and 1900 and 1950. Maybe it's always been a complete mess, and we're just realizing it. That's also possible. What do you think, Art Tracer?
Yeah, well, I mean, they try to break up the nuclear family, and they really want you dependent on them. So
some people are like commenting. I don't
in
know.
English.
No, I think they sent us a website where it's like a decentralized social media.
Oh, so someone's already done.
I'm not going to say this on air because I don't know if it's like a hack link. But yeah, if you'll comment on YouTube, I mean, yeah, I hope you guys like this show where two people talk about stuff, and it's not completely about stock images and like flashy things. Like they design these YouTube videos to like hijack your brain. It's like a science, just like they make cocaine or heroin. Like all this social media is like designed to like latch into your endorphin receptors, and like you can't stop watching. Like Netflix too. They scientifically make it so you just can't stop watching.
Yeah.
It's like a drug. So we're not doing that. We're just like normal.
Now they're starting to like realize that people like trying to skip commercials, so they're paying people to like do endorsements or do like sponsored content without you realizing it. So
yeah, like all the videos, like they're like, oh, we're about to tell you the fact of information you're trying to learn, but 1 second, you gotta buy this thing right now. You must buy the gefilte fish plan software.
Yeah,
because then your life will be better. And then now back to the one little fact we were telling you on the video. I mean, there's some good guys on YouTube. Like I like Johnny Harris. I mean, it's a bit like what I talked about, where it latches you on. And you're sucked in. Like even if you're in the middle of work or like doing something for your wife, or like doesn't matter what you're doing, you're just gonna get paused by a freaking YouTube video. You get stuck on the toilet, wherever you are. You won't be able to move. So like, it's obviously messed up or something. Like I wish I could just delete YouTube and Netflix and even turn on my phone, but obviously you need the phone to make money. That's the catch. People need their phones to make money. Yeah.
It's so unfortunate that that they're using their powers and on these platforms to just like listen in on the content, rather than try to like figure out if you're doing something illegal. They're now censoring content that has nothing to do with legality, or morals or ethics. You got an opinion and oh no, we'll just call this misinformation, even though obviously like the people they're defending put out misinformation all the time.
Yeah. Well, that's about it for the episode. We've had enough talking, but we'll be back at some point soon, probably tomorrow.